Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all. Now, this recently came across my page from Smile to Jannah's Instagram page that Muslim YouTuber Amina has decided to take off her hijab. She said this publicly on YouTube because, and at least in her words, is because she only seems to wear it for her online life and not for her professional or personal life. I'm not really going to comment too much on that. For the simple fact of the matter is, it's her body, it's her choice. I'm not hijabi. I don't know the struggles that hijabis go through. That's the be-all and end-all of it. Even though I do believe the hijab is compulsory as per Islam, and when I say hijab, I mean the headscarf, not obviously the concept of modesty here. So what I will be doing is making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He guides her back into wearing the hijab and alleviates any stress or any problems that comes with that, as I would wish for all of my hijabi sisters out there. What I am going to be commenting on though is the amount of people I saw in Smart Jana's Instagram post arguing with each other about this, and especially the lads. But so for the sisters that are saying that she's made the wrong choice, tighten up. You don't know what struggles this sister has gone through personally in regards to wearing a hijab, and I know there are sisters out there that are going to be saying, I've gone through struggles too. I've been attacked, I've been looked at, and so on and so forth. I still choose to wear it, and don't get me wrong, fair play to you, and alhamdulillah, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep you that strong. Maybe she isn't that strong. So, and that's the only thing I can really say about that. In regards to all of the brothers that are commenting on this, saying that she's made the wrong choice, it's none of your business. We're men. We don't really get an option here. Fair enough. Obviously, if someone comes to you and asks you what your personal opinion is on the matter, fair enough. Give it, whatever your opinion may be. But don't stand there and start shouting at her and everything else, and not just her, but all other hijabi and all of our other Muslim sisters at the end of the day for their opinions on this. For the simple fact of the matter is how good is your iman? How good is your deen in this sense? For all those brothers that, I saw yelling at her for, saying, she needs to put on the hijab. Half of them didn't even have beards, which is obligatory for a Muslim to have. I know people say, it's going to be sunnah, but no, it's one of those sunnahs that you can't ignore. In the same way that, if we don't pray the way that the Prophet prayed, we won't get into paradise because of that. So, but also in regards to the brothers, is how many of you wear your trousers above your ankles? How many of you look down when you walk? How many of you avert your gaze? How many of you don't commit zina, fornication, free mixing, smoking, drinking, and so on and so forth? How many of you are praying 5 times a day? So, and not just that, but how many of you are also talking to your friends about this? You're very quick to pull up a hijabi sister about it, but how many of you would pull up your boys if you found out he was sleeping around with women and would go into shisha lounges and doing all of these things? So it's like my father always used to tell me, is don't judge the state of somebody else's house before getting your own house in order. And that's at the end of the day what we have to do here. All these people are quick to judge this sister without truly obviously knowing what her story is behind this, and besides what struggle she's gone through. But the state of our own house is bad. The same brothers that are judging her for not wearing a hijab will be sleeping around with women who don't wear hijab. So, and also, and just on regards to the struggles that certain sisters go through, I know of a Muslim sister who started wearing the full jilbab. The moment she did, her family, her friends, and her community in general started asking her really strange questions, such as, what's caused you to do this? Have you been radicalized? Not, mashallah, that's wonderful, you're becoming more religious. Whereas if she was a man and started wearing a thobe and started growing his beard out, if she was a man, then it'll be, mashallah, you come back on deen. So why is it one rule for one and not one rule for the other? So, and also what I want to say on this, especially again in regards to the brothers, is your expectations of women are wrong. And when I was looking for a wife, I was on all these different Muslim dating apps, Muzmatch, and so on and so forth. And one of the questions I always like to ask is, what do the brothers tend to have on their profiles? And I generally used to get the same response, which was things like, you need to know how to cook and to clean because I don't know how to. Now, a lot of these brothers, a lot of you guys are in your 20s. I understand that you still live at home with your parents, but the fact that you don't know how to cook and clean for yourself is embarrassing. Stop romanticizing this religion. You're a fully grown man, you're an adult. You should learn how to cook your own food and clean up after yourself. Otherwise, your life's going to be very bad if you can't find a wife. Because obviously, even if you're 60 years old, eventually You know, if you're still single, after a while, your parents are going to expect you to move out of the house. And, you know, I know people saying, oh, this is just Asian culture. I don't care whose culture it's from. You're a man. You need to be a man. Man up and look after yourself. For all of those who are expecting women to be able to cook and clean for them, how many as men can say that we know how to change a tyre, change oil in our cars, you know, hang a shelf? You know, things that are stereotypically male actions that the men are expected to know. Almost none of you can. So don't sit there and judge the sisters by the things that they can't do when you can't do those same things, but can't also do the things that you're expected to do. And you know, that's the only thing I can really say on this matter, is to sum it up. You know, for the sisters who are judging this woman, have some solidarity. She's still your Muslim sister at the end of the day. And for all the men that are judging her, mind your own business. You know, people say, oh, you know, I'm just, you know, I'm, you know, giving dawah, I'm, you know, advising stuff. Well, no one asked you for your advice. And I know people can say the same thing about me, is, you know, well, why are you talking about this when no one asked you to? And you're right, no one has asked me to. I've taken it up on my own initiative. But the difference is, though, is the fact that I'm advising out of, you know, friendliness and just giving general advice for the betterment of both my Muslim brothers and sisters, where there are a lot, and I'm not saying that these guys who are doing this aren't, but the way they're going about it is all wrong. You know, instead of attacking the sister, make dua for her. At the end of the day, that's all you can do. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, made dua for his own family that were trying to kill him to become Muslim. So why are you just standing there attacking the sister online for things that you have no idea truly what's going on about behind closed doors in the first place? So that's all I can really say, is for, well, not really just for the brothers, but for the brothers and sisters in general. We all need to tighten up and come together as an ummah. We need to show solidarity, especially in times like this when Muslims are being attacked. And so that's all I can really say on the subject. So thank you again for tuning in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and peace.